Hey everyone, this is Cheryl from Embracing Hope, and right off the bat I do need to apologize. I was going to put this video out earlier in the week and I didn't. My daughter was home for spring break and I was doing other things. It was always on my mind, I just didn't take care of that, and I will try to be better in the future. So anyway, last time I told you that I was going to be having a colonoscopy, and this is the second colonoscopy that I've had. And the first colonoscopy I was on the standard American diet, and this colonoscopy I was on the carnivore diet, and even more than that, I was on the lion version of the carnivore diet. So I kind of wanted to give you kind of a little comparison. Hopefully it's not too gross, but anyway, I did make some videos of me prepping for the colonoscopy, as far as a couple different things that I did. Well, one specifically you have to do because that's the rules that they give you. But I overall, this time around, it was definitely much improved from the first time. For those of you who've never had a colonoscopy, usually around the age of 50, they start asking you to have to schedule your colonoscopy. And when you have that done, if you don't have any problems, then they say, we'll see you in 10 years. But if you have problems, they'll give you a certain amount of time, like 5 years, or if it's something very serious, they might have you come back more on a yearly or every other year or something like that. But on my first colonoscopy, I'd had some polyps, and so they'd asked me to return in 5 years. So this time, my colonoscopy had one teeny tiny polyp, and she said, we don't need to see you for another 10 years. So what were the differences that I noticed between the standard American diet and the carnivore diet? First and foremost, when I had to fast and do the prep on the standard American diet, I was so hungry. So very hungry. And I hated Gatorade, and so I had to drink Gatorade, and so it was like torture. And this time, I used a different, I didn't use the Element. I know a lot of you are probably familiar with the Element. I just don't have it. And so I just used what I could from the store. And I'll go over that in one of the videos that I did while I was prepping. And so that is the first noticeable difference between standard American diet and the carnivore diet. The second noticeable difference is that when I was on the standard American diet, it was so much more irritating. They tell you to have baby wipes because you literally are in the bathroom pretty much all night. And so even the softest toilet paper can begin feeling like sandpaper. But I really didn't have any irritation from all of the bowel movements. Sorry, I don't mean to make this gross. But I didn't have the irritation the second time. So that was wonderful. And then when I went in, even the day the preparation was, or the colonoscopy was supposed to happen, I didn't have hunger, and it was just so much more comfortable doing the lion diet or the carnivore diet. And, you know, I have been on the lion diet for 25 days already. I'm doing 90 days. And I don't count the prep for the colonoscopy as an off day, even though I had to take Gatorade and things that aren't lion diet. But that was something that was scheduled months ago, and I certainly wasn't even thinking about that when I said I was going to do the lion diet. So, you know, I give myself a pass on that. But I've been 25 days on the lion diet, and it's going really well. And this is my 233rd day on carnivore. So I feel a whole lot better. I still have some issues that I got to deal with, but that's for another video. So I don't think that I'm going to do another colonoscopy. For me, I think that the fact that on the standard American diet, I had several polyps, and on the carnivore diet, I only had one tiny, teeny one. I think that I'm on the healthy track to keep my body functioning well. So unless there's something that comes up that is a concern, I personally don't think that I'm going to do another one. Because even though it wasn't all that bad, you still have the time. Your body just doesn't go back to normal. It has a transition because you've literally just stripped out all your biome with diarrhea, and so that it can be clean so that they can see with the camera. You've stripped out all your healthy biome, and it takes a while for your body to replenish that. And I noticed that afterward, I started having symptoms of my electrolytes being messed up because I'm not eating carbohydrates. You know, carbohydrates help hold in the waters and the sodiums and stuff like that. And I'm not on that kind of a diet. And so I started, like 2 days after, I started getting really dizzy. I couldn't figure out why I was dizzy. But then I remembered when I first started carnivore that I had a period of time where my electrolytes got really low, and because I wasn't drinking electrolytes, and I was getting dizzy from that. And so I thought, okay. So I did a few extra days of electrolytes and until I could get into the doctor's office and get them checked again. So during that time, they kind of balanced out. So I'm doing all good now. And, you know, all in all, I'm happy. I'm happy with the results, and I'm happy it's over with, and I'm happy I'm close to my 30-day mark of the lion diet. And I am going to post a before and afters for my 30 days and an update on my weight loss. And my weight loss is not as quick as I would like it to be, but I am very close to my goal weight. I am approximately 14 pounds away from my current goal weight, and plus I'm exercising, so I think that maybe there's just a different composition going on. So I wish that I was losing weight faster, but I'm okay with gaining muscle too, and I hope that that is actually what's happening. So I'm just overall happy. I'm just very happy. Happy I'm on this journey, and I'm happy I get to share it with someone, and that being you and my friends and family. And I just think that we all will benefit together from encouraging each other. So I do have a scripture verse that I wanted to share. And my iPad went to sleep, so if you give me just a moment, I will wake it up. So for any of you wondering how can I read this stuff, It's because I have very large print on my iPad. It's really difficult for me to read just standard print like on a book, in a book, or on a piece of paper. But this is something that I can do. Super jumbo print. But anyway, oh shoot, I'm sorry. I had it all queued up to the right spot and it moved. So let me find the right verse. Okay, I found it. The steps of a good man are ordered by the Lord. He delights in his way. Though he fall, he shall not be utterly cast down, for the Lord upholds him with his hand. That's Psalm 34:23. What I really like about that verse is the imagery. So the Lord, it says that if a man falls, the one who trusts in the Lord, if he falls, that he won't be utterly cast down. Now, cast down is an actual term that's used when sheep like fall down and get stuck on their backs. And because they have got such a barrel body and such teeny little legs, and they've a lot of times, if they haven't been sheared, they've got all this fluff and they can't right themselves. They're just stuck there on their backs. And it takes the shepherd to come and bring them back onto their feet. And quite often, because their little blood has been coming down from their legs and stuff, quite often the shepherd will have to massage and help the sheep and get the blood flowing again and lift them up onto their feet again to make sure that they can walk. So if you see that, when we put our trust in the Lord and we fall, and there's nothing that we can do to resolve the situation we're in, we put our trust in the Lord, and He will come and He will put us back on our feet. He'll do the things that we need. He'll massage us. He'll get the blood flowing to get us back on our feet to where we can stand again. And I just think that's such a beautiful picture of God taking care of us. And for many of us, part of that has been the carnivore diet, because we've been so sick for so long, and we may not even know what actually is wrong with us, because, you know, I've had issues going on with me for 15 years, and I've never gotten any answers. And all I'm ever told is, your labs are kind of boring. You have inflammation. It's obvious. We can see it. But we don't have anything to tell you. We don't know what it is either. So it can be difficult. It can be hard. And, you know, for many of us, the Lord has just brought us into a position where we can do this diet. And that's helping us physically. But we also have to take care of our spiritual needs, because at the end of the day, we all have to spend eternity somewhere, and we need to make sure that our spiritual needs are being taken care of, that we know where to put our trust. If we trust in ourselves, we'll fail. And that's why I just encourage everybody to put your trust in the Lord. He will not fail you. He never fails. And I'm going to play those videos here of me getting ready for my colonoscopy. And I really appreciate you watching. And please like this video and share it if you know someone who would benefit from it. And I just pray the Lord blesses all of you. And thank you so much for watching. Bye-bye. Everyone, this is Cheryl from Embracing Hope, and I am beginning to prepare for my colonoscopy. and I thought I would bring you along for some of it. What I'm doing to begin my preparations is I'm getting ready to make some bone broth, and so I found a local meat processing plant, and let me take these off. I found a local meat processing plant and I ordered some bones. I got a package of soup bones and I got some bone marrow bones, so they have a lot more marrow in them. And then I also got some tendons, and I was kind of surprised. I've never seen or bought tendons before, but they're actually really big, and I thought they were bones at first, but they are actually tendons, and I'll show those to you. What I am using the tendons for is because of the problems I'm having with my wrist and trying to heal that tendon injury that I have in my wrist. So this is what I have here, and I'm going to show you that. Here, let me see if I can turn the camera around. Nope, it won't do that. Sorry. Okay, so this is a bag right here of soup bones, and it's just random bones. It could be ribs or just any old things. And these here are the marrow bones, and as you can see, they have a lot more marrow in them. It's in the center. And then these, trying to get so you can see them, these are the tendons, and they're really big, but that's okay because I want to be able, sorry, I don't have one of those gimbals or anything to hold my phone, so it's just kind of creative. But these I'm going to divide up between two crock pots. I have two crock pots here because this is a lot of bones. A white one here on the stove and then this black one. And I'm going to put the phone down for a moment and divide these up and then show you. It filled up two crock pots. It was a lot more actually than what I thought it was going to be, but I'm just going to simmer them in this water. I'm not going to season it till tomorrow, and hopefully this will be really nutritious for me and help with my tendons, and we'll see how it goes. I wanted to show this to the carnivores out there on my channel. My daughter got this for me. It is, well, can anyone guess what it is? Let's see if I can do this one-handed. There we go. There is a strainer right here, and that is beef tallow. That is the grease from burgers that I've cooked and other meat that I've cooked. This is beef. I put my pork in mason jars, but I just thought this was cool. This one here is actually antique, but they do sell these. I've seen them, I think on Amazon or somewhere like that. And it was nice. It had the one on the new one had like a little, kind of like a saucer, like what you might put a teacup in. And so it was pretty neat too. And it wasn't really very expensive. So just in case any of you are trying to figure out what to do with your grease, here is an idea for you. And the nice thing about this is that you can put it on the stove and warm it up. And then it also has an additional strainer right down there. Anyway, I thought you might like to see that. Hi everyone, this is Cheryl and this is Embracing Hope, and I am back, and I told you that I was going to take you through some of my colonoscopy preparation. And for anybody who's had the colonoscopy, you know that the preparation is the worst part. So what I have done already off camera was take 4 of these. I was supposed to start at 3 p.m. and take 4 of these, and that was about 20 minutes ago. And in another 40 minutes or so, I need to start drinking a solution, and it is going to be 64 ounces. So I don't know if you can see this. Let's see. This big jar drinking bottle holds 64 ounces, and I have got to put this whole bottle of Miralax into that jar, and electrolytes. So I got these liquid IV. It's what I can afford, and it's the cleanest that you can get in the store that I know of. And I'm going to mix that up, and at 4 o'clock I'm supposed to start drinking 8 ounces every half an hour until I get halfway done. And then I will get a break from that, and then at 3 in the morning I have to wake up and drink the rest of it in the same fashion. It's going to be fun. Okay, so I have a little bit of a funny story. I got out all of my ingredients to mix up my drink that I'm supposed to be drinking today. And I found a perfect spot for the camera so that I could show you guys me mixing it up. And for whatever reason, it didn't record. Maybe I missed the button. I don't know, my depth perception is a little off. But I thought it was kind of funny.